You can't let the narcissist word salad you anymore. You have to bring it back to the topic. Hold them accountable. Hey, hold on a second. Wait, excuse me? You didn't answer my question. I asked you this. No, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you last night? Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Psychopath Exposure, where we exposed psychopaths, narcissists, toxic people, and monsters you should not be in relationships with. Today I'm going to be taking a question from Sonia that was sent to me via email, and it goes a little something like this. Hello, Kira. I love your videos. They really hit home with me. I'm just requesting if you could do videos more on the subject of word salad. Examples of and how to diffuse this confusing talk. Also, going no contact. How to deal with the urges to unblock them and have your rage with them as you remember flashbacks of what they said and did. You remember the lies and think of, oh yeah, that's right, hypocrite. And also them being a hypocrite, but they don't see that. Thank you for all your help with the videos. Okay, Sonia, thanks for sending that in. That's actually like, what, 3 questions? I'll do the best I can. Wanted to talk about a word salad? Okay. A narcissist will use the word salad technique to confuse and pretty much exhaust you when you're in the middle of a conversation that doesn't serve them. Let me give you an example of what happened to me when I was questioning the psychopath in my life a very long time ago. This is when I was already suspecting and pretty much knew 99% that she was cheating. And every time she came over on weekends, and we were supposed to start our weekend and have our fun and whatever, I would interrogate her. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. You know what? I'm going on a rant. Rightfully so. You guys are afraid to question or interrogate your partner when you know they're cheating on you and they're not having sex with you and they're ghosting you and shit like that. Nah, wake the fuck up, okay? I used to question this freaking demon, and this is what she would do. She would start talking about everything under the sun except the pink elephant in the room, okay? I remember when she ghosted me for a weekend and my friends invited me to go out, and I said, screw it, I'm going out with my friends. And it was awesome. It reminded me of the times when I used to go out and meet girls and party and have a good time. And I hate to say party because I really don't like to party, but it was a different vibe, right? It was a totally different vibe. And I was out with my boys again, and I was like, yeah, life is good. This is great. We met all these chicks, we did all these things, it was phenomenal. I didn't cheat, although I should have, but I didn't. But it felt good. Something was telling me like, hey, this feels great. But when you're with that monster, life sucks, okay? Well, guess what? The last text I got from her was 1%, I have 1% on my phone, and that was it for 2 days. Nobody believes in chargers anymore, okay? Bullshit. She was out with the other dude, and I confirmed this later. I got all the evidence I needed. She was seeing the roommate of a friend of mine that I was working with. So she confirmed that. She was like, yeah, she used to come here every weekend, and we wouldn't hang out. She would tell me she was hanging out with her, but they wouldn't hang out. She was sleeping with the roommate. When we finally got together to talk, okay. You would think, see, a healthy person would have their tails between their legs. But the narcissist comes and they start talking to you about this job opportunity, okay? And they start talking about this other thing that happened in the news, and they start talking about all this, and you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself like, shut the fuck up. Like, can we talk about the fact that you ghosted me for 2 days on a weekend when you're in a relationship, you want to be with your person on the weekend. On a weekend, you ghosted me, okay? And you want to talk about all these current events and this movie and all this thing. When are we going to get down to it? And then, see, I'm an asshole, right? So I'll be like, okay, are you done? Why don't we address this? And then that's it. Total mood shift. She would change. Like I swear, I look back at it now, and it was so evident, so evident. And she would completely change. And then that's when she will start talking about her childhood and her mom did this to her and all this childhood trauma, and then her first boyfriend and how it was in another country and this happened to her and she was so embarrassed, and then the crocodile tears. Before you know it, they're taking you on this loop, right? Instead of a direct conversation, they're taking you off to this other area, like this detour into some dark valley. All right. And what starts happening is that you start feeling sorry for them, all this, and they start crying, and all of a sudden, if you have any type of empathy, now you start feeling bad for them and whatever, and you somehow lose track of what the conversation is about. You were calling them out, you were interrogating them because you know you're highly suspicious that they're cheating. Some shit's unacceptable behavior. And meanwhile, you're out at you're at this other freaking side of the country by the Grand Canyon and shit, right? Exploring the breadcrumbs on the bottom of the Grand Canyon. And you're like, how did we get here? And it's been an hour. And you still haven't addressed the situation. And by the time you get to it and you say some crap, you get some half-assed answer. You're too exhausted at this point to fight back because, believe me, psychopaths are energy vampires. Narcissists, energy vampires. Toxic people, energy vampires. They suck the life out of you. And by the time you finally get a hold of some sort of, I don't know what the hell you're reaching for, but you reached for something that just reminded you, hey, let's get back on topic. You just don't have the will. You just don't have the willpower anymore. And then they'll give you some half-ass shit. They'll probably get pissed off and storm out and gaslight you some more and storm out, throw a tantrum, storm out. And then you're left there like, wait a second. We've been talking for 2 hours now. Because, yeah, it might be 2 hours at this point. Nothing has been really addressed. No solution, no plan has been put into action. No apology has been given. Okay? Nothing makes sense. Nothing's going to change. You know that, but you're too tired to fight, and you're like, all right. That's what ends up happening. That's a word salad. It's just confusing. They're saying all this shit, and you're just confused. Your brain turns into mush, and they do this all the time. Anytime that you got them on something, you caught them on something, they will just use that good old word salad technique and get away with murder once again. They're just going to get away with it. Over and over and over again. How do you put an end to that? It's just like meditation. When you're meditating, the idea is to be aware that you're distracted, be aware that you're dwelling on thoughts that you don't want, and then bring it back to the present. That's how you defeat this word salad technique. Hey, back to the present, back on topic. No, I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that. That's not what I asked you. Back on topic. Where the heck were you last night? Why didn't you text me all night? Why didn't you charge your phone? Why did you ghost for 2 days? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you out of your mind? That's right. Bring it back to the present. They're not going to want to deal with it. They'll still try to word salad you, but now it's going to get more intense, or it's going to throw a tantrum. They're going to start yelling, and they're going to scare you, and now you're walking on eggshells. It's all part of the trickery. It's all part of the disorder. Because they all do the same thing, so it's like this disorder comes equipped with skills and strategy. It's like it comes with this playbook that has been downloaded into their own machine, because they're machines, right? So they have this playbook already installed in their system. It's like software that got installed, and this is what they do. A healthy person will not waste your time for 2 hours talking about everything under the sun instead of what's most important, because a healthy person, when you're in a relationship with a healthy person, they don't want to lose you. They're in love with you. They don't want to lose a relationship. If they messed up, they want to apologize. They want to explain to you what happened. They want to earn your forgiveness, or come to a mutual agreement where it's like, hey, this is not working. This is why it happened. I'm unhappy, and I did this, and I fucked up. I'm sorry. This is why. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're not going to get any type of clear conversation or clear communication. It's always going to be skewed and confusing, and things are just not going to make sense. And God forbid you mention that, hey, what you're saying doesn't make sense, because that really pisses them off. That really pisses them off. But yeah, that's a word salad. So remember, you have to bring the conversation back into the topic. You can't let the narcissist word salad you anymore. You have to bring it back to the topic. Hold them accountable. Hey, hold on a second. Wait, excuse me? You didn't answer my question. I asked you this. No, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you last night? No. Why are we talking about me? This ain't about me. Where were you last night? Bring it back. You're going to see what's going to happen. Their mask is going to come off. And once that mask is off, do you need any more evidence to know that you're dating a toxic person? Come on now. These clever, conniving motherfuckers get away with this shit time and time again, and it's time to put an end to this nonsense, because it's nonsense and it's unacceptable, and you could be doing so much better. I hope this answers your question, Sonia. Yes, narcissists are hypocrites. Yes, you're gonna get rage when you catch them and shit, but that's for another video. So stay tuned for that. That's all I got for today, guys. Remember to download the free ebook that I wrote about the 5 steps of going no contact with a psychopath narcissist, so you can start establishing boundaries that are gonna help you move forward and move past this entanglement that you have with this toxic predator that you've been either dating or married to, unfortunately. And if you need a more personal, private, one-on-one type of coaching, I do offer an online mentoring program. If you like more information on that, click on the link below in the description. I would love to work with you. I work with a lot of survivors in this community, and the rapid growth is just incredible. It's really something that it really makes me happy to see people rise from the ashes, because I remember being there and it sucked. It really sucked, and I never thought I'd get out. But I did, and I know you guys can too. It's just about putting in the work. You know? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? You want to keep eating that shit sandwich? Go ahead. But nothing's going to change, I promise. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So I hope you guys... So thanks again for sharing. Continue posting your stories below in the comments. I love seeing the community grow. And you guys are definitely helping each other as well by doing that. Remember, we're not alone in this. We are building an anti-narcissist army so we can slow down the spread of this disease. Love you guys. Keep loving yourselves. And remember to subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell icon so that you can get notified on the next video. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode of Psychopath Exposure.